Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we all kind of know what the broken cards are from Titans, how we even had our craft recommendation video, but what we like to do every expansion or every mini set is take a look at what cards haven't been performing so well, which cards are the worst of the worst so far from Titans using HS replay statistics. We're going to sort through standard, through Titans, through Diamond, through Legend. These are the best cards, but what are the absolute worst, at least by deck win rate, which you might not say is the best measure, but it's what we go with. Anyways, let's take a look at the 10 worst cards from Titans so far. And as always, if you enjoy the content on the channel, you feel like I've earned your subscription, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like, it helps us out a ton. And starting off, we're going to go with an honorable mention at number 11 to Shapeless Constellation, the 8 mana 8/8 priest minion Battlecry transform into a 8/8 copy of a random minion in your hand. Somehow this is not in the 10th top 10 worst cards, but in terms of the art, which is like god tier, I gotta throw it as a mention. Probably throw in the thumbnail because, like, what were they thinking, wasting such good art on such a bad card that can literally copy into another copy of itself? Like, it's so ridiculous. But anyway, starting off at number 10, we have the first neutral of the list, which kind of surprised me. It's power creep on an old card, but it's the 4 mana 3/5 Serenite Tolvir. It's got taunt, and whenever this is attacked, it draws a card. It is in 0.09% of decks, has a deck win rate of 38.2%, and has been played all of 800 times, at least through HS replay users. And yeah, it's like the old Senjin Shieldmaster, and every time it gets attacked, you draw cards, but like every class can draw cards pretty reliably. It's situational. If it gets removed by a removal spell, you get nothing, and it just ain't worth it in today's Hearthstone. And yeah, it's an okay arena pick, and even there, it's still not even that great. And when I'm saying a neutral pick and great in arena, you know it's not that fantastic. At number 9, we have a card that I rated pretty well, but figured the support probably wasn't there for it, and these numbers kind of show that. In Tears, the very well-named 5 mana holy spell for Paladin. It's a Forge card as well, where you resurrect 3 different Paladin minions. You set their stats to 2/2s, Forge, so you spend 2 mana to Forge, you resurrect another. You get a bonus minion. This is in 0.7% of decks, has a deck win rate of 38%, and has been played 6,000 times. Basically goes into that whole Earthern Paladin list that people are trying to make work, and so far it's not. And you're gonna see by a couple more cards on this list that, yeah, Eartherns are rather slow, there's not a lot of support for it, and you kind of die playing them. And well, let's take a look at number 8, the other Earthern card, or one of the other Earthern cards, Disciple of Amethyst, another Paladin card, a 6 mana 4/6. At the end of your turn, you summon a 2/2 Earthern that gains +2/+2 for each other Earthern you've summoned this game. An absolute vomit of text on that card. It is in 0.6% of decks, has a deck win rate of 37.3%, and has been played 6,100 times. And of all the cards on this top 10, including the honorable mention, it's the only card with a positive played win rate of just over 50%. So it's one of the better cards in the deck, but still quite terrible because, again, you don't have a lot of Eartherns. It doesn't do anything when you play it. Sure, you might get a 6 mana 4/6 plus a 2/2 or even bigger, but it doesn't have taunt. It doesn't do anything unless you have like your rush location up or you do something to taunt it or whatever, right? So again, very slow, and the Earthern Paladin has not been making the cut. And let's round this out. At number 7, we have the other Earthern card, the last one, Stoneheart King, the 4 mana 3/2 Paladin minion that also is Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 Earthern that gains +2/+2 for each Earthern that summon this game. It is in 0.6% of decks, has a 37.3% deck win rate, and has been played 8,200 times, which tells me people are dying before they can play the 6 and 5 mana cards, considering they've been played 2,000 times less each. It's a 4 mana 3/2. do nothing. Can get silenced, transformed. It's super slow. To me, this card should be a 3-drop probably, but then you're looking at a 3-mana 5/4, but we've seen that statistically in the game before. And also, you know, it gets better as it gets upgraded. This is the card, if I was to buff an Earther card, probably be the one I would hit, but probably won't be enough to really help out the Earther package when all the cards are doing quite poorly. And again, played win rate on this card is even worse than the other two. This card's played, you win 43% of the time. Really underperforming card. This is the last of the Paladin cards, but we have our one Warrior card. Of course, Warrior has to make the list. At number 6, we have Smelt, the 2-mana fire spell. Give a random minion in your hand +3/+3, lose 3 armor to do it again. So you have to have 3 armor for this to give +6/+6. When I first played this card, I tried to forge it because I just assumed it was forge. But no, you need that 3 armor, and it is in 0.09% of decks, a deck win rate of 36.2%, and has been played 990 times. When I reviewed this card, I said it's historically, cards that buff just 1 random minion in your hand have never seen competitive play. They've all been bad, but maybe +6/+6 with a bit of a condition can be good enough. It's not. It's still way too clunky. You need to have that armor to really make it worth it. You can't control what it's hitting, and you're basically self-damaging while playing it. Warrior also just not doing great this set. Control Warrior, again, is a bust, as we've talked about. So playing a card that's pretty slow, that's self-damaging, that's random, is not going to help you out too much. And as a result, yeah, it is on this list. And now to the top 5, bottom 5, however you want to call it. We have the last neutral to make the list, because the top 4 is completely dominated by one class. The top 4 are all one class. And at number 5, we have the last neutral of the list, Rune Fueled Golem, the 4-mana 4/4. Battle Cry. Discover a weapon from any class that includes your own. So you can get your own for those achievement hunters out there. By the way, achievement video might be coming later today. Should be out in the next 2 days. Anyways, if a percent of decks, it is in 0.1% of decks. 36% deck win rate, played 1,000 times, probably bumped up by said achievement. But yeah, you're playing 4 mana for an understated 4/4. It's not a Yeti, and you're getting a weapon you have to spend mana to equip. And there's a lot of bad weapons out there to make this card just really bad value. When there's a 4-mana card out there, Ignis, that can give you a pretty darn good weapon. Sure, Ignis has worse stats and a condition, but my goodness, those Ignis weapons are absolutely awesome. And it's a free card, so you don't even have to pay to win to play it. And as a result, Rune Fueled Golem, number 5. And starting off at number 4, every card from here on in is a Demon Hunter card, because at number 4, we have Disciple of Argus, a 3-mana 2/2 Death Rattle. Summon 2/2 elementals with taunt. It is in 0.01% of decks, has a deck win rate of 34.2%, and is super popular, being played 200 times. It's just really slow. You're playing a 3-mana 2/2, do nothing, and then you get 2/2 taunts, which are okay, but not great. They're easy to remove. They can deathboard and summon skeletons. It's just a super underwhelming minion for a class that can do really broken stuff, whether it's pure aggro, relics, or just spell. Like, they have so much good stuff going on. Yeah, nobody wants to play these cards, and when they do, they kind of suffer for it, as the stats are rather bad. At number 3, we have the Crystalline Statue, a 2-mana 5/4 Demon Hunter Elemental. It has Rush, however, it starts dormant, and after you draw 4 cards, this awakens. It is in 0.05% of decks, has a 32.8% deck win rate, and has been played 730 times. It takes like a turn when you're playing Demon Hunter to draw this, but again, why do you even care about it? Getting like a 5/4 for 2 mana in Demon Hunter when you can play cards for 0. It's just funny. If it doesn't work in relics, it doesn't work in spell or like pure aggro like Outcast. There's just no synergies going on in Demon Hunter, and this is a whole card draw package. And although Demon Hunter does draw cards, it's not enough to make it like, wow, I really want to play a 5/4 with Rush, right? They could probably drop the restriction down to this, and it still wouldn't be that great. And yeah, it's number 3. And well, let's take a look at the top 2, starting off with another Demon Hunter card, Eridar Deceptor, a 4-mana 3/5 demon. Whenever you draw a card, summon a 1/1 demon with Rush. It is in 0.01% of decks, a deck win rate of 30 2.4% and has been played 130 times. There's like weird board space issues. You need this card on the board. You gotta spend that 4 mana unless you cheated it out somehow. And no, you're not playing Big Demon Hunter to cheat it out. And then you get some 1/1s with Rush where you can generate that so easily in Demon Hunter. Removal is not difficult to come by in Demon Hunter, where you have like Arcanus and Unleash Fel and Outcast is all those cheap little rushers. The 2 mana Outcast spell that gives you 3 and you can discount. It's just a pointless card, honestly. It just doesn't work, and as a result, nobody wants to play it, and when they do, they feel bad. And the same goes for our number 1 worst card so far from Titans, the Argunite Golem. A 3 mana 1/5 Demon Hunter minion, has +1 attack for each card you've drawn this turn. It's only on your turn, so you gotta play it, draw some cards, hope it stuck around, then attack something, and then do it all over again. The payoff is bad. The condition of the attack not staying on your opponent's turn is bad. The card is bad, and as a result, it is the worst card so far from Titans. But the class itself doing really well with a lot of broken stuff, but it's like almost all for prior sets, of course complemented by the newest legendaries from Titans. So let me know what you guys think are the actual worst cards, not looking at data, not looking at all this. And tune in tomorrow, we're finally gonna have our nerf predictions for that real balance patch, as they called it. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.